Being slightly different than most other indicators, the zigzag indicator is more or less, it's almost like a combination of moving averages and oscillators, in the sense that it helps smooth out price. In other words, as you can see, like a moving average would be pointing down here, this line specifically just shows that we are in a downtrend, and it does smooth out the noise. Even the bump here, you can see that the line never changed. This is because, much like an oscillator, it does have a mathematical formula behind it, in the sense that the trader can set it to change direction at a certain percentage. So this may, for example, happen to be 3%. As price falls, it needs to change 3%, for example, in other words, to draw a line in the opposite direction. As you can see, the zigzag indicator makes it very obvious in this particular example in the Euro Swiss that we have very choppy and range-bound markets. The zigzag indicator by itself isn't necessarily a system, but what this does is this helps you identify what types of tools you may want to be using. For example, the Williams percentage range indicator is good at range-bound markets, which is exactly what the zigzag is telling you right now. As you can see, as I change time frames, the zigzag will change with it too. Obviously, we've been in a long downtrend, and we did pull back enough to send a uptrend signal during this time period, and then a down, and then an up, and then a down. This allows us to filter out a lot of noise, as without it, you can see price just generally kind of bumps around. The zigzag indicator isn't necessarily, like I said, a trading tool by itself, but what this does is it can allow you to identify the possible tools in your toolbox that you should be using for the job at hand.